How's it going, everybody? My name is Dushan, and today we're going to be talking about the Nespresso Vertuoplus line and why this may be a perfect fit for you. Now, I did a video on the crew rig of how easy it was, how it's good to have instant coffee pretty quickly. This machine is pretty much going to be the direct competitor to that on a lot of different angles, as well as where it excels at and where it's probably not going to be the best fit for you. So we're going to get to all the good things about the Nespresso Vertuoplus line and see if any of this kind of catches your eye a little bit. So a good point about the Vertuoplus line is that it's pretty easy to make the coffee, and to kind of best explain that, actually it's more like a show and tell kind of thing, as well as I do also want to talk in speed. So making the coffee and the speed that it makes it, I feel like are probably going to be the best points for this. So I'm going to try and make some coffee while we're here and everything. I was going to actually use kind of like one of my bigger mugs and stuff. I know, but that's what I use, but I kind of want to show you how it makes the coffee and everything. So I'm going to use a glass for now. I would like to have used an espresso glasses, but probably by the time you're watching this video and probably sometime after, they're probably going to still be too expensive, and I'm probably not going to buy it just yet. So yeah, I'm gonna make the coffee in this clear cup. And as far as ease of use, when it comes to just making coffee, you just lift that guy up. You see that there's nothing there. I'm gonna take this Mexico pod, give it some of that Mexico flavor. And then you pretty much just push it down, and that's pretty much it. All you have to do is hit the button, and there you go. So while that's kind of starting and everything, as you kind of hear it running probably a little bit, so hopefully it doesn't ruin the audio. But the next point I do want to talk about is the quality of the coffee. Now, to kind of give you an idea, if you already have a crew rig and your main issue was that the coffee is still not as good, now I'm here to tell you that this coffee taste is a lot better, or at least it's a lot more potent. The coffee itself is very strong. You really get a nice smell from the coffee. It brews it pretty nicely. Even now, like, it's starting to smell really good in this kind of aspect. So if you were kind of looking for instant coffee, but you kind of wanted to have a better taste, so you just don't like the crew rig taste, I feel like you're definitely going to be leaning more to the Nespresso machines, because pretty much all of them make some great coffee. Even if you were to buy the cheap ones, man, cheap is relative in case of Nespresso, is pretty much going to be a good sell for you if really what you care about is the actual coffee. The third point is the type of capsules. So the capsules itself, these are pretty much what makes the good coffee and everything. But as you notice with the one I just put in there, there are different sizes. The one that's in there is the big coffee. Pretty much the one, if you want to actually make actual coffee, you always get the big ones. These are the Nespresso or espresso kind of machines. This is where if you want to make espressos or anything like that, you buy these little guys, and they pretty much make like an ounce or two between there. Mostly it's always an ounce. Just enough of that shot to kind of add to whatever you need, and then you kind of just mix it with other kind of stuff. Kind of get more creative with it, like they try to do in their stores and everything. So the good thing about this is that since this isn't their most expensive line, it allows you to do both of these. That actually, it makes you having that accessibility to do like the cappuccinos and everything. So whatever machine that you get, there's always going to be a version where you can get the espresso and the coffee capsules in that kind of a situation. Before I finish that, coffee handmade, so this kind of gives you an idea with that one thing of coffee, how much it actually makes, and you kind of, gives it out a nice little look, because a lot of this stuff I normally couldn't show you if I had it in the other cup, but as you see here, it does a pretty good job. I mean, it is kind of warm right now, so I probably won't be drinking it just yet, but as you see, it actually works out really good, and it didn't take as long to kind of brew that up. The next point I do want to make is pretty much the extras. So here I got the Aerochino, I'm about to say 3 at least, because I think of how it is. Pretty much this is your milk frother. It actually has its own warmer, as well as it can cool it off. All you have to do is just press this button right here. Then you just, I think, hit it once. Yeah, you press it once, it'll heat up your milk and frothing it, and if you hold it for 2 seconds, it will actually make it cold. So you can have hot and cold coffee with this guy with the milk. I tried doing it with creamer and it actually wasn't all too bad. It was actually a pretty good experience on that. But I would say that if you're going to try with any milk, the best one is always going to be whole milk. It's the 2% or like the really low fat ones aren't really your best solutions, or pretty much they don't really come off as well as the whole milk would. Also, don't use almond flavored milk. I said that in the other video, but for this one, just don't use almond flavored milk. It doesn't really pair well. So the next point I also want to make is the cleanup. When normally for the Keurig, you have to open this up, take it out, and kind of deposit there. But this guy actually has his own little trash compactor in the back. So when you lift it up on top, it's gonna come up, and sometimes it will, sometimes it won't, but it'll kind of just slide back there. And then on the other side, you can just take out the little trash thing and dump it out. So you don't have to do it immediately and everything. So there's a lot of things that you can kind of do as far as just the upkeep for this and everything. I won't hit on it too much because that's a double-edged sword that I kind of want to get into right now. And that is going to be some of the bad things about the Vertuo line. I want to say probably more of Nespresso in general versus the Keurig model. Some of the stuff that they trade a lot of like making like better coffee to like having to deal with everything else to get that better coffee. So the first thing is I really can't give it that ease of use kind of stamp mark, because if it was just making the coffee, then you know it would be great. It makes the coffee very well. It's when you try to do a lot of the other programmable stuff or all the stuff that this is definitely not intuitive on this machine, then you kind of run into a bit of situations. Like you have to go online to kind of find a lot of the instructions how to really do this, or go to their YouTube channel to see how they do it and make sure you do it for your right model, which also kind of a little bit pain in the butt. But as far as ease of use, it's not going to be the best when it comes to making things outside like the actual like coffee making. Also, when it comes to cleaning and stuff, you got to go online and kind of figure that out, because there is a way to clean these. It's really simple once you see the video, but it's not something like you're not sure if you could really play around with it to kind of get that effect. Plus, you wouldn't really know if what you're doing is actually cleaning or is it trying to make another coffee or doing something else. So it is not the best when it comes to completely being able to use the entire thing. Another point I do want to hit on is these nice capsules that make these great coffee. They're expensive. They are not cheap. This thing is a sleeve of 10 and they range about $11 to $12. So it's like $1 something per one of these, regardless of if you get the coffee ones or the espresso ones. So if you're gonna be using this for like an everyday use, you're gonna be seeing yourself buying a lot more of these sleeves and probably buying them in bulk order. Another thing about the capsules, you can't just buy them anywhere. It's either Nespresso or sometimes Amazon. Those are the only sellers that are allowed to sell the Nespresso capsules. Also, another point that I do want to mention, it hasn't happened to me too much, but I've known for this machine in particular it has happened, is there are some leaks when it comes to the actual container itself. The container is really easy, the clean is really easy to add, water and stuff into it. It's really easy to pop off, and if anything, I would have liked to say that this was a good point to it, is the actual filter here is a lot to upkeep and everything than the Keurig is, but I didn't have too much leakage issues with the Keurig. This one has maybe leaked some. I'm not gonna say it leaked a lot, but I've seen it on a lot of reviews on the product that other people are also having the same issue, and I think some people had it even more than I have. So I'm not gonna just push that away and say that's not an issue. I'm just letting you know it hasn't happened too much for me, but it has happened to other people. So I do feel like that has to be somewhat of a minus for the Nespresso machine. And one more point is, these machines are not cheap. At the end of the day, this machine here with the nice red and all that fits a lot of my other stuff is about $200. This is not their best machine. It's not their best coffee maker or anything like that. It's one of their newer type of look models and everything. And so even like their small Pixie one is about $150, which is the same price as the Keurig machine that I did the review on, which I'll have the link up there on the top in the card. So this is for people that they want fast coffee, want great coffee, and don't mind paying the extra cost in order to get it. And that's kind of the conclusion about this. This machine is my weekend machine. It's my Saturday and Sunday. I'm not rushing out of the house. I want to take time to make like the Nespresso, the cappuccinos, the, just regular coffee. That's something where I want to actually enjoy it and stuff. Other times, like during the week, I'll probably use the Keurig because that's a little bit faster. The Keurig doesn't necessarily shut off. It's always pretty much heated on. This one does shut off after 9 minutes and everything. So there are just some like back and forths, but some people are gonna use this as like one of their luxury machines. Like, you'll more likely use this in the afternoon when you want to make or do something creative with the coffee or the espressos and stuff, and that you just are okay, doing all the cool things or expressing yourself with an espresso. But if you are like a fast-paced type of guy, then if you don't program this thing to work around your schedule, it's not gonna be as helpful for running, gunning, and all of that. And in fact, I feel like the Keurig is just a little bit faster with making the coffee. You can also program it to at exact time make this coffee like at 5 something, and it's already like once you already make one coffee, it's already heated up. It really just comes down to the main points of, do you want great coffee or do you want your coffee fast? And that is what's going to make you picking this guy over the competition, which is you care more about the coffee flavor. With that, everybody, thank you for watching the video. If you really did like this video, hit the like button and share with your friends if you feel like it's going to help them get better coffee, and also subscribe to the channel for more tech reviews. With that being said, hopefully everything that you saw today will help you make a better and a more informed decision tomorrow.